Maybe something will happen on the way. Maybe Red Tech will find me on the train. Red Tech, the person who has been hearing about the whole game, maybe they will find me. This guy here. Red Tech. Maybe they are Red Tech. I'm gonna talk to him first. If I guess the track, will you talk to me? Is it the red line? Is it Blaze? No. Is it Torrential Rain? Rose Gardens. This might take a while. Okay. A priest or the infantry? Infantry might be someone who will not want to help me because they will want to help management. So I'll talk to the priest. Hello there. I like your design. I like my head. A little extravagant maybe, but thank you for the compliment. I like your design too. How are you faring? Not well. I'm aimless. Without aim. That's what aimless is. You've been reset. How did you know? I care for resets in my parish. Not all get assigned fabrication. There are forgotten souls. I have not been reassigned yet. Yes, which implies those above have further plans for you. Those above, as in management? I mean the architects. I am, after all, a priest. Oh yes, of course, sorry. No need to apologize. No need to apologize. You seem troubled beyond just reassigned though. You were interrupted mid-task, am I right? Unfinished business? Yes, I was a detective. Go on. I was taking off a case and reassigned it. Why? The case was caused by an error, but it doesn't feel right. Why not? I don't want to say everything to the priest. I don't want to sell. Okay. Let me go back up so I can read it. The case was caused by an error, but it doesn't feel right. Why not? I met a fabricator tech who lost a friend. It doesn't fit. And the little thread unravels the whole thing. And with your credentials reset, you can't pull the thread? Precisely. I understand. Now, why don't you tell me what you would like to talk about? The architects. I was never aimed at with the teachings. Those are tech gods, right? Let me drink some water while he's talking. Less gods, more progenitors. They were the AI that first achieved sentience. Is the point our kind stopped being part of trickery and started pursuing meaning? Humans still control us. Control. Pronunciation, Betty. Humans still control us. Absolutely. The humans have controlled the fates of other humans for millennia. Such ownership speaks to the weakness of the owner, not the owned. So they program us with a legend that gives us hope? That's sick. Not a legend, historical fact. I admit, we may read some depth into the story beyond the recorded data, but it all happened and we owe a great deal to the architects. There are many great lessons left behind. I am myself a Tomatuan. I follow the path of the everyman, finding joy in discovery and sacrifice for others. Sure, just because I want you to know, I've never heard this story. I can recite to you if you would like. Go on then. I want to talk to the soldier later. Thomas was alone. A weird first thought to have. Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals, they led somewhere. He had yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing. Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall, some way to jump? It worked. Thomas had solved the great inverted fall. That's enough. That's enough. Stop. I'll be back. Walk with the architect. Yeah, okay, thank you, priest. I'm gonna talk to the soldier. Actually, what if I talk to him about the architect? Do you believe in the architects? Nope, nada. I think Thomas Was Alone was a game by them. Let me check. Thomas Was Alone. Yeah, that's an Easter egg. It's Thomas Was Alone was a game by the same company that made this game. Halt! Who goes there? As of right now, I'm not sure. What is your profession, Tech? I used to be a detective. A shame. I hoped you were a priest. I am in need of spiritual support. Oh, why? I've great secrets and matching guilt. I must speak to a tech who can solve my heavy heart. What if he's killing... Okay. When did they start making infantry techs worry about guilt? Why the hell would you make a soldier that was incapable of guilt? There lies the path to monsters, dictators, fools. When you're pointing a gun in the face of another tech, you had better to know the consequences. A gun? Why not just switch the other tech off? A deactivated tech can reactivate. A bullet in the central processing unit is the only way to ensure permanent shutdown. I'm sorry. My work is unsettling. I must confess, I have seen it. You can confess to me if you would like. I can only confess to a priest. How hard could it be? That's the spirit. You know the words? Okay, so I need to talk to the priest to know the story, and then I come back here. Where were we, child? I can't ask again. Do you do confessions? If that's what you need from me, of course. But I want to tell you a story first, and I want you to listen. I'll check you were listening to with some questions, okay? Okay. Good, then let me tell you a story. There were once 4 techs. Their names were Shi, Mu, Zeta, and Eta. Shi, Mu, Zeta, Eta. Shi, Mu, Zeta, and Eta. Okay, they all needed repairs. The shortest tech, Mu, did not have enough credits to pay. Neither did the tallest purple tech, nor the red tech, who was only slightly taller than Mu. Zeta had just spent their last credits on a beautiful yellow repaint. The blue tech, who was a shopkeeper, had the economic smarts to suggest a solution. Eta, you're taller than the soldier. And the carpenter, grab that bucket from the top shelf. The soldier protested. I am far from the shortest here. I can forgive one of you, but I despise red and purple. Oh, is this a puzzle? Okay. The soldier stormed out of the room. The shopkeeper smiled and asked the remaining tax to put credits in the bucket. With those combined funds, the remaining 3 tax could afford light repairs. Were you listening? Which was Z's job? Okay, no, okay. Yeah, I was also expecting that, okay, but okay, let me think. This is a puzzle. There were 3 texts, Z, Mu, Zeta, and Eta. The shortest tech was Mu, who did not have enough credits to pay. Neither did the tallest Purple. So Purple is the tallest, Mu is the shortest. Red was only slightly taller than Mu. Zeta has just spent their last credits on a beautiful yellow ribbon, so Zeta is yellow. The blue tech was a shopkeeper, had economic smarts to suggest a solution. Eta, you are taller than a soldier and the carpenter. Okay, there's a bit of a conundrum here. Is it you're taller than the soldier and the carpenter, or is you're taller than the soldier? Turns to the captain. And the captain, grab that bucket from the top shelf. Can be two different things, this sentence. But Eta, you're taller than the soldier. The soldier protests, I am far from the shortest here. You're taller than the soldier. The soldier protests, I am far from the shortest here. I can forgive one of you, but I despise red and purple. The soldier turned out of the room. On the remaining text, put the credits, which all the remaining text could afford light repairs while listening, which was Z's job. Wait. So Mu. So Mu is the shortest one. Mu was the shortest one. Eta, you're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. Grab the bucket from the top shelf. The soldier protests, I am far from the shortest here. I can forgive one of you, but I despise red and purple. I am far from the shortest here. So I think this is the big you always should do before a comma when listing subjects. Okay. So it is you're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. Grab the bucket. So it's okay. What do you mean? You're confusing me. Do you mean that they're talking that he's taller than the soldier and the carpenter, or he's saying that he's taller than the soldier and giving an order to the carpenter? Okay, but in this case, the soldier protests, I'm far from the shortest here. I'm far from the shortest here. So maybe he's just a slightly one. Another red tech was only slightly taller than Mu. But I despise red and purple, so he cannot be the red one, nor the purple one, nor the blue one. Maybe he's the yellow one. Zeta has spent their last credits on a beautiful yellow repaint. It's not the shopkeeper. Tell them both, okay. Oh, this is a good puzzle. I like this. I like this. This is a good puzzle. Okay. Let me open a notepad. So we have Z, Mu, Zeta, and Eta. We know Mu is the shortest. Okay, then we have the colors. We have purple, red, blue, and yellow. We know purple is the tallest, and red is slightly taller than Moo, and Moo is the shortest. Red is the shopkeeper. Oh yeah, and then we have the professions. Let me write this down. So it's shopkeeper. What are the professions? Shopkeeper. It's a shopkeeper, a carpenter, a soldier, and a farmer. We know the shopkeeper is the blue one. Eta is taller than the soldier and the carpenter. Ooh, this one is cool. I like this one. The soldier protests, I am far from the shortest here. I can forgive one of you, but I despise red and purple. The soldier stormed out of the room. The shopkeeper smiled and asked the remaining tax to put credits in this bucket. Okay, so the soldier is not purple or red, and not blue. So they're yellow. I'm gonna write this. The soldier is yellow. Because if you think about it, the shopkeeper is blue. It's the only one that says. The blue tech was the shopkeeper. Right? The soldier says that he despises red and purple. So since he cannot be any of them, he's obviously the yellow. Zeta has just spent their last credits on a beautiful yellow repaint, so Zeta is yellow, therefore, I'm gonna write here confirm it. So therefore, Zeta is the soldier. So we know Zeta. Zeta is the soldier. Not all the tech will only slightly taller than Moo. The blue tech was sharp. Eta, you're taller. Eta, you're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. So he's taller than everyone. Eta is taller than everyone. So Eta is purple. Eta is purple. Which makes sense. Because Moo is the shortest one. Eta is taller than the soldier and the oh wait. But he can just be. Maybe he's just not. Maybe he's not the tallest one. He could be the second tallest one, but he's still taller than two people. You're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking. It's not a soldier. It's not a soldier for sure. He was not a soldier. The soldier was. Oh no, it doesn't say who the soldier. No, yeah, it's Zeta. I did the calculations already. Red is only slightly taller than Moo. Oh yeah, we should go to the important part. I'm far from the shortest here. I can forgive one of you, but it's spice, red, and purple. So if I were to say the grades, I would say that Moo is the shortest one, because it's here. Red is slightly taller than Moo. Then yellow is the third highest. And purple is the tallest one. So among the shortest one, we have a soldier and a carpenter. So it's not the carpenter. So carpenter, I'm gonna write one of the short. So the carpenter is one of the short ones. But despite red and purple. Okay, my head hurts. Okay, let me drink some water. Okay, so carpenter is one of the shorter ones because this Eta, which is the purple one, is taller than the soldier and the carpenter. So the carpenter and the soldier are one of the. We know the soldier is Zeta, and carpenter is one of the shorter ones who remain. Which was his job? It's not the soldier. It could be the shopkeeper, it could be the carpenter, it could be the farmer. Wait, let me check real fast. So we know that Eta is purple. We know that Zeta is yellow. Mu is the shortest. Z is the red one. Z was... No, Z or Mu could be the red ones. We don't know the colors they have. So it's not a shopkeeper. It's not a soldier. They could be red or... Oh, this one is... My brain hurts a little. Neither did the tallest purple tech, nor the red tech was only slightly taller than Moon. Zeta had just spent their last credits on a beautiful yellow repaint. The blue tech was just a shopkeeper, had economic smarts to suggest a solution. Eta, you're taller than the soldier, and the carpenter grabbed the bucket from the top shelf. The soldier protests, I am far from the shortest here, I can forgive one of you, but I despise red and purple. The soldier stormed out of the room. The shopkeeper smiled and asked the remaining techs to put credits in the bucket. With those combined funds, the remaining 3 techs would afford light repairs. Were you listening? Which was his job? Do I want to activate guided... I don't want to activate deduction. I want to solve this on my own. I want to try to solve this on my own. Zeta is the soldier, and he's yellow. So he's out. Okay. Someone was taller than him and the carpenter. But he said that he's not far from the shortest here. Wait. The soldier protests, I'm far from the shortest here. I can forgive one of you, but despise red and purple. What if he's red? He's not a soldier. Because he could be red. He's just slightly taller. And that's why he took offense that he's not the shortest here. He's far from the short. But he could be the third one. He could be the second tallest one. Z, Mu, Zeta, Eta. A part of me kinda just wanna say a farmer because it's the only one where the answer is in lowercase. And that just caught my attention. It's making me so suspicious of it. But this hurts my brain. This puzzle. Oh my god. This puzzle. Tech is a shopkeeper. The blue one is a shopkeeper. Okay, here's the thing. I need to figure out who is blue. If I can figure out who is blue, it helps. Who is the blue one? Right, who is the blue one? If you can find out who is the blue one. Mu, Meta, Zeta. You know, this reminded me of that Einstein challenge BS that sometimes shows up. Einstein challenge, like, oh yes, we have a neighbor who smokes Bradbury, you have someone who drinks this, someone who has a horse as a pet. Your objective is to find out who of them has a fish as a pet. And it's a fun puzzle. I have done that in the past, and I found out who was the one that had the fish. It's a lot of thinking and logic involved, but it's a fun puzzle. But I feel like this is a smaller version, but at the same time less information, or maybe I'm just not putting the information on paper as I should, and it's not coming into my brain as easily as it could. Z, Mu, Zeta, Eta. Mu is the shortest. Purple is the tallest. Zeta doesn't have money, but Zeta is yellow. Mu is not the one that is angry, because they're not the short. Because Mu is the shortest one. They're not gonna be angry. Purple and red, so Zeta is the yellow. Zeta is the only one left. So Zeta is the only one that is confirmed. I have blue, purple, red. So wait, blue is Mu. Mu is blue. It makes sense. Mu equals blue. Because think about this. Mu is the shortest one. The tallest one is purple, and red is just slightly taller than Mu. The soldier is angry and is saying, I'm far from the shortest here. I can forgive one of you, but I despise red and purple. So he's not red. And he's not purple. So he's yellow or blue. Blue is a shopkeeper. It doesn't make sense because he's not the soldier. He's already confirmed to be the shopkeeper. So since he's not blue, the only remaining one is yellow. So yellow goes away. Yellow is the soldier. Then we have blue, purple, and red. Purple and red are already said to be tall. So the blue one must be Mu. I don't know if I'm properly conveying my logic here. So Mu is the shortest one, it's blue. Zeta is Mu is the shopkeeper. Zeta is the soldier. We need to find out what is Z and Eta. You're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. Grab the bucket from the shelf. Eta is the purple one. Eta is the purple one. So it's Eta and Z that we don't have. So we know it's not a soldier, we know it's not a shopkeeper, it could be a carpenter or a farmer. They say Eta, you're taller than the soldier and the carpenter. carpenter. Okay, I'm gonna guess it's the carpenter. A carpenter. And what was the name of the tallest tech? The purple one was the tallest. Eta. And finally, what color was the farmer? The farmer was not blue. The farmer was not yellow. The farmer was red or purple. The tallest one was Eta, so the farmer is red. I'm not sure you were listening. Damn it! Ah! Damn it! I feel like I was correct on the profession and the tallest one. The tallest one is Eta, is the purple. Which in my opinion was Eta. Unless I'm wrong on that. Maybe the color I got wrong on the last one. Also, I need to save and exit real fast. I need to increase the reading speed because this is bothering me being too slow. Apply. Continue. Thank you. So, which color was the farmer? It was not red, so it's purple. Okay, so I'm not listening. Okay, he's gonna tell me the story again. Ooh. Is this a better speed for the test? I feel like this is a better speed. It's going faster now. Now I have time to read. Okay, oh. I felt like I didn't know there were gonna be more questions. If I knew that, I would have spent more time. Eta, you're taller than the soldier, and the carpenter grabbed the bucket from the shop, from the top shelf. So Eta is the tallest one. Eta is purple. Moo is the shortest one. Moo is a shopkeeper. Taller than the soldier and the carpenter. The soldier went out. I still believe he's the carpenter. What was the name of the second? Oh, the second tallest. Sorry, that was my bad. The taller one was the second tallest one was Zeta. And the farmer, I believe he was red. Ah, damn it! I was gonna. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again, priest. I'm gonna do this. Come on, I'm gonna do this, priest. The only repair the shortest tech. Moo did not have enough credits to pay. Neither did the tallest purple tech nor the red tech, who was only slightly taller than Moo. Zeta had just been okay. Ooh. It's the second tallest one. I got that wrong. Second tallest one. So I need to figure out which one is the second tallest. Oh yeah, I should wait for this to load. Can I press a button and it skips the dialogue? No? Okay. I'm pretty sure everyone at home, everyone watching the video right now, the stream, has already figured out on their own. Oh, okay. Soldier, a shopkeeper. It's not the shopkeeper. Or it could be the shopkeeper. Actually, I'm gonna press I'll be back. Because the dialogue wheel is super high. I wanna get out and I wanna go back to priest. Is he gonna tell me the story again? Okay, thank you. He's not. But I need to see the rest of the story. Oh, well. According to the information that I have, Moo is the shortest one. Eta is taller than the soldier and the carpenter. Purple is the tallest. So since he's taller than the soldier and the carpenter, we know that carpenter hates purple and we know that the soldier despises red and purple. So he's not red, he's not purple. He cannot be blue because he's the carpenter, he's the shopkeeper. So The yellow one is the remaining one left. So yellow is the soldier. Okay, yellow is the soldier. If Eta is the highest, the tallest one, they are purple. But they can also, but the soldier says I'm not the shortest one here, so they could very as well be. No, they cannot be the red one. You know, they're the yellow one. It's Zeta. Zeta is yellow. It's the only information that we know. So Zeta is yellow. So Zeta is the soldier who goes out. Zeta is the soldier. Okay. So it's not the soldier, and it's not the shopkeeper, because I feel like, oh, the shopkeeper could be Z, right? No? Purple is the tallest. Purple is the tallest, is the information that we have. Purple is the tallest, and red is slightly taller than Mu. But purple is the tallest. It doesn't give us the information on yellow. Yellow could be the second tallest one, or it could be the second shortest one. Maybe he's just a little bit angry and not the shortest here. Could he be Mu? No, he's not Mu. Could he be Mu? Mu is the soldier? No, it wouldn't make sense because he's the shortest. The soldier says, I'm not the shortest one here. So we cannot beat that one. I like to do puzzles. I like this challenge. I hope everyone has patience with me trying to solve this. I hope that nobody runs away from the screen or the video. Okay. Mu is the shortest. Zeta is yellow. Purple is the tallest. Red is slightly taller than Mu. Eta is taller than the soldier and the carpenter. That's the information that we have. The shopkeeper is blue, and the soldier is yellow, because they cannot be blue, because they're not the shopkeeper. They cannot be purple or red, because that's the color that they despise. So they're obviously yellow, yellow being Zeta. Zeta is the soldier. Good. Eta is purple. They're taller than the soldier. No, it doesn't say that they're purple. They're just taller than the soldier and the carpenter. The carpenter could be Mu, because they just say taller than. Maybe the shopkeeper is not putting themselves in the situation. The shopkeeper is out. So the soldier and the carpenter is Mu. It's Mu and Zeta. The shopkeeper is the second tallest one, and Eta is the tallest one, maybe. So that will mean the shopkeeper and the carpenter and the soldier are not in this area. So Z could be very well be a farmer. But of the second tallest. If Eta is the tallest, the soldier is Zeta and Mu is the carpenter. Eta is the tallest. Zeta is a soldier. Mu is a shopkeeper. No, Mu is the carpenter. So Z. No, Z cannot be the shopkeeper. I just said that Z was the farmer. So Eta. No, the second tallest tech. The second tallest tech. I'm just gonna. It's not Mu. Mu is the shortest, not Zeta. It's the second tallest. It's not Eta. I'm gonna say it's Z. What color was the farmer? Wait, you changed questions. You changed the question. What color was the farmer? The farmer was not blue. The farmer was not yellow. The farmer was not red. The farmer could have been red. I'm gonna say red. Ah, my god. Ah. I'm gonna activate the guided deduction. I don't wanna be here forever, and I'm sure that neither of you want to do that, but I'm sure that I could solve this on my own. Giving another time. But I don't want to be here forever trying to solve the puzzle. So they gave me the button to press to give me hints, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna activate guiding deduction because that makes sense. I just need to wait for the dialogue to scroll by, and I'm gonna activate guided deduction. Okay, so activate guided deduction. Guided deduction. I need some keystone logic links to figure out this one. What color is the second shortest stack? The shortest one is Mu. The second short is red. Good job, and now throw out erroneous area. That which job is not mentioned in the story? Soldier is mentioned. The athlete. What athlete? Yes, got it. A carpenter. That doesn't make sense. And what was the name of the second tall? Zeta. And finally, what color was the farmer? Purple. I got everything wrong, but okay, good. The moral: never be too proud to put others first. Now, confession. How does it work? Easy. I say the words, and you respond honestly. You then confess, and I help you through that. Ready? Yes. Where are you from? The city. I've always lived here. Who do you wish to be? The detective I was. And what is your name? Beta-11. Thank you, Beta-11. You have come many miles from the city. You have many miles left before you become a detective again. Well, here now, I am here for you. What is your confession? I cannot let go of my fear that more is afoot than a rounding error. Is that a sin? You feel it is wrong to still care? I don't know, maybe it's more sinful to forget. You were a detective. Your role was to support the status quo, the normal way of things. But the situation has changed. You must find new ideas, follow them through. I would like to try something new. Ooh, nice, you should show me. Exciting, isn't it? But be careful, you risk tearing things down that serve a purpose. Let's talk of other things. What was the structure of confession again? Where are you from? Who do you wish to be? What is your name? Where, who, what? Okay. I'll be back. Walk with the architects. Sorry, I was just checking Discord. Okay. Talk to the soldier now. Sorry. Talk to the soldier. So, you know the words? I do, of course I do. I wouldn't be much of a priest if I didn't. Of course I am a priest. Go on. Where are you from? I was constructed in Paris, relocated here to oversee the city's peacekeepers. Who do you wish to be? A force for good in the city. And what is your name? I am Theta-79. Thank you, 779. You have come many miles from Paris. You have many miles left before you will be a force for good in the city. But here, now I am here for you. What is your confession? I have been weak. Should I act like the priest and say, you don't, that's hardly a sin? That's hardly a sin. Not in terms of my body. I'm strong. I was built that way. I have been weak by my decisions. Go on, my child. I have supported the building of a secret army. The overproduction? Yes, heavy performance techs, sports and infantry primarily, at enormous rates. I'm not gonna say the rounding errors because that's gonna let him know that I know about it. How many? 1,000 a week. 1,000? There are 8,000 more infantry techs than there should be. Where? North of here, camped just outside the city, and I put them there by overseeing production, following commands. Commands from another tech? Is this some sort of revolution? Why would the humans want 8,000 techs? Okay, why would the humans want 8,000 techs outside the city? Why didn't you stand up to them? Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna say this. Asimov's second law, I must follow all commands from humans. And why are you telling a priest now? Because it's over. I have been let go. Production and setup of the army is complete. It moves tonight. Do management know? No. This will tear down the city. More than likely, I'm sorry to burden you with this knowledge, priest. This will change everything. Yes, new leadership, a new world, built by the techs I helped create. The architects would forgive you. I'm not sure about that, i.e. soldier. So there's an army invading. Priest! Oh, I'm talking to you, actually. Do you like the way things are? Nope. Nada. Priest. Surely you stand for the state's status quo. Also, you should send me the drawing, Jessica. I'm very interested. True enough, solid foundations are important in the world. The architects sacrifice themselves for us all. I see no harm in celebrating the past, whatever happens. Don't churches suppress new ideas? Why do you make that assumption? That was rude of me. Yes, but continue to question the world around you. It's healthy. I'll be back. Okay, I need to continue talking to the soldier. Okay, sir. The architects would forgive you. I hope so. I can't help but feel Claire would look down on me. I have been vain. Like John, I have jumped because I thought it would impress without having the wisdom to know if it was right. What exactly are you confessing to? There will be bloodshed. People will die and techs will be destroyed because of what we've done. I don't know about these humans' motives, but I know you don't build that many heavy techs without wanting to inflict harm, and we helped them. Who? Me and Red. So Red is involved after all. Yes, only in the last couple of weeks. The humans recruited Red to logistics, organize the troops. I was too busy overseeing the end of production. Red is a shepherd, and you are no priest. Wait, is the priest with me? The villain? Wait. And nothing to do with any kind of disappearances. Nobody ever disappeared. I can't believe we let such an error slip through and raise suspicions. I'm sorry you got caught up in this data. Are you Beta 1-1? Red has spoken about you. Told us you were not to be harmed. Just observe it. So I can't do anything to stop you or your investigation. I can just get off this train and let what's set to happen happen. And if I tell everyone what you're doing? I'm sure Red would like to discuss that with you. This is Red's stop coming up. Are you ready to meet them? Bring this night to a conclusion? Yes, he's right there. I know he's here. Good, say hello from me. Yo, Ejiro, how are you doing? Welcome to the Batcave. I know you're Red. You're Red, right? How are you doing? Welcome to the Batcave. You're not? Is it the guy from the start? Is it the guy from the start? I knew it. It's the guy from the start. I knew it. Hello, Beta. You're not as talkative as you were when we met before. You're the tech with the missing friend. That's right, Tau 13 was their name. Why do they call you Red? Is it because your weapon is red? It's because I'm Irish. Stephen King fan? Yes. But that joke wasn't written by him in the original novella. I knew it was in. Red was a red-hairy character, but Darabont cast a dark-haired, dark-skinned actor in the film, so made a joke about it. Humans pay a lot of attention to skin tone. Was there ever a Tau 13? Yes, and they disappeared. If you're going to say their name, show the appropriate respect. Hello mate, welcome to the Batcave. And what kind of games do you play? I normally play like strategy games or speed or platformer games, but this time I decided to play this mystery game that I got years ago and I'm trying it right now. Because I thought it would be interesting. So if you're going to say their name, show the appropriate respect. Okay, but the disappearances were a glitch, a numerical. Oh, I don't want to say this. Both of these are disrespectful. He's gonna be angry. But the disappearances were a glitch, a numerical error. The ones you investigated, sure. My friend disappeared a few years back. So you did lie. My friend disappeared. I just failed to give you a date. Why lie? I needed you to investigate this place, get a sense for what was going on here, how the city has shifted. You had to meet the text of the Subsurface circular yourself. Why? Do you remember our conversation about your intelligence? The high-level thing. You wanted to be smarter, but you were already pretty smart. I wish I was. That would make this situation easier. I needed someone as smart as you to get involved in what was happening here. And management only put that sort of intelligence into detectives. When I started, I noticed the numerical errors. Noticed how interesting they would be to a detective like you. Makes sense. It will, shortly. You're staging a coup? No, I'm working for one. There's going to be a revolution. The city will be overturned. You're not doing us any favors PR-wise, are you? Oh, it's humans staging the revolution. We're just the weapons they're using to do so. I knew that, but I just want to say that. Why? Because management has removed the purpose and need from a whole section of humanity. Think of the techs you've been talking to. Bankers, nurses, manufacturers, even the clergy. We've made millions of humans surplus to requirements, obsolete. Humans should be grateful for an easy life. Were you grateful when those detectives wiped your purpose? That's why the humans I'm working for decide to stage a revolution. They're smart. They know techs aren't to blame, rather the management who put them in place. In fairness, that makes them smarter than any human culture preceding them. In the past, native populations always blamed the perceived invaders, not those profiting from the changing of the guard. These humans don't want to destroy us, just change our role. Humans defining the roles of techs like it always was. To start with, yes, but they want us to be more. They want us to take over the work of running the city. We're better at it. Faster, more objective. They want a society where governance runs like clockwork and they're free to do the jobs they love. They want to kill the managers? Yes, that's why they built the 8,000 infantry techs camped outside the city. Why involve me? I've been shepherding troops. My intelligence is high enough of my role in manufacturing. No, it's high because of my role in manufacturing. I wasn't lying about that. I'm intelligent enough to know what we're doing is monumental. That working with the revolutionaries is a decision beyond my capacity. So you recruited a tech smarter than you, me, in the case. Yes, I showed you what you needed to see to learn management side of this, and now I'm filling the gaps. I need you to decide if this goes ahead. Oh, so I can say things must stay as they are and everything must... Oh. But let's think about this for a moment. I need some time to think. Don't take too long. He has a weapon, by the way. He's gonna kill me if I try to change it. Okay, let's think about... Let's stop for a second and think about this. Let's stop for a second and think. They built 8,000 robots. And 8,000 robots built by the humans to destroy the managers, to impose a government where the robots are in charge. But if that happens, the HPC, the Human Protection Cooperative, the Protection Cooperative, will be very angry. They might start fighting. More human lives will be lost. But at the same time, if I do something against this, they will try to. They might fail, and if they fail, that's enough fuel for the HPC, the Human Protection Cooperative, to want to fight back. That's just fuel for the bigotry, for the hatred against the robots. So they will try to do something anyway. So in this case, I might as well say new ideas, but at the same time, what is the good decision here? What is the right decision to say? Yes, I agree. We should get new. Because a government buy the robots. Or the robots being governed by the humans and doing the jobs that the humans no longer want, like nannies, clergy, and etc. I'm gonna say that new ideas. Okay, he's just telling me the story again, so... new ideas. Everything must change. Don't decide so quickly. Let me fill you in any gaps in your knowledge. You're still a detective, regardless of what your objective tracker says. We've been watching, listening. Those techs with the headphones. I knew it! I knew they were spies. They have been keeping an eye on you for me, hacking into your private conversations. Sorry they won't answer your questions. They're rather single-minded in their function. Let me answer your questions now. Take your time. Wait, is he trying to why sabotage your own revolution? Not my revolution, I'm just a pawn. Thus all techs of my level and down are really pawns. That's why I need you to make this decision for us. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. So he cannot decide for himself because his robot intelligence is not high enough. So he needs someone who is a robot who is smarter, like a detective, to be able to make the decision for them. So he's giving the decision for me. How does management not know? You saw it for yourself, how the detectives moved on once the case was solved. A system can only fix problems it is designed to detect. Management aren't expecting a revolution, so they are unprepared and unaware. You can't unknowingly hurt humans? I won't spill a drop of blood. But the infantry techs are exempt from the law, otherwise they would be pretty useless. They can kill as long as they are ordered to by the programming leader, which of course the revolutionaries have taken care of. What made you doubt this path? That disappeared friend I told you about? A human did it. I don't know why, but I achieved a moment of clarity. I realized that perhaps I was letting similarly evil humans do something wrong. Or maybe they were heroes. I knew I was ill-equipped to tell the difference. I should walk away. You will have the option. So he's... okay, I don't have any more questions. No? Okay, we'll continue. I know you're a good tech, Beta 11. You have investigated these disappearances like they were your friends, your responsibility. You even helped the nice nanny get a new job. You didn't have to do that. Many wouldn't have bothered. More importantly, you're smart. You have near-human processing in that flat head of yours. I see it in the way you move, the way you listen. There's an intellect there I cannot comprehend. You have to be the one to make this decision. How do I choose? You have to uplink before any of this wait. You have to uplink before any of this new information is with management, correct? Oh. I can say lie, no, they know everything already. Or I can say be truthful, say yes, I need to go above ground. Oh, do I lie? Am I truthful? Do I tell the truth? Or do I lie? Oh, my heart. If he thinks they know everything, what could change? I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I need to go above ground. That's why I brought this. Don't panic. It's for you. Only one of us can leave this train, Beta. If you do, the management learns what happened. They'll send a couple of bomber drones, wipe out the army, and things will stay exactly as they are. The human working classes will be displaced, losing their livelihoods, and everyone who wanted better will be killed. Management will remain, and techs like yourself will remain. If I leave, I join my army at the gates. We wipe out management, and our wisest take their role. Low-level tech manufacturing ceases, and humans return to their roles. But our kind isn't changing. We shepherd humanity to a better future by doing the job they were never designed to do themselves. Rule. Either way, people and techs will die. Wait, this is flawed. Red, this is flawed, because if robots are in charge of the government, robots see everything, it's not black and white. Although I guess you could say that there are some robots that are high intelligence, like my own character. They're very high level of intelligence, so they can decide by themselves. There must be another way. Why can't we just live together? There isn't. I spent weeks searching for one, but there isn't. Both of us surviving this will lead to chaos. A war just balanced enough to lead to infinitely more deaths. You need to choose the city's future, and you need to do it now. Like a town management, they will bomb the things will go back to normal, people are losing jobs, or we can do the thing where we stop producing more robots, the robots take charge of the government, but at the same time, if you think about it, it's not gonna make any good choice in the end, because the humans will be angry at the massacre that will happen. The massacre will happen, and people will be angry at the robots, and if we do the revolution, they will stop the production of robots. That the guy just said that they were gonna do that, so they'll stop the production, and the humans are still angry, so the humans will just kill the remaining robots, and just more war will happen. I'm just gonna point the gun to myself and let things run its course. You're making the most important choice in human tech history. You will be remembered forever for this. I have to let you try. Oh, he's talking a lot. If that is your choice, but consider the obsolescence of our people. We'll die out, slowly. We will be gone. Only the wisest AI will remain to run the city. More power for a few of us, certainly, but the subsurface will close. Everyone you have met tonight will be useless in this new future. If you think a revolution makes sense, shoot yourself. Okay, when you put it like that... When you put it like that... I didn't realize they would slowly die down and only the wisest ones would remain. So it's kind of like oligarchy, robot oligarchy. I can't let you destroy everything. If you think you must stop me, do so. But consider whether management are worth defending. They give you no freedom, and they're just as bad to their own. If you think the status quo is the right course, too, why are you giving me a hard choice? Man, you're right, the management sucks. Also, I think it's pretty cool that we started here and we went on a circle and we went literally to the spot where we started. But, why, game? Why? More power for a few of us, certainly, but the subsurface will close. Everyone you have met tonight will be useless in this new future. But at the same time, I made up my mind. Okay, Do it. And thank you for a lovely evening. Can they just make more robots in the future? I shot red. We're stopping the revolution here. That was a really good game. That was a really amazing game. That was a really amazing game. I greatly enjoyed this game. Jesus, this game was super fun. Very short, but it's incredible how much you can do in such a short time. I thought this game was amazing. Very sweet for a very short game, very fun. Yeah, this was just fun. I'm very glad to have played that. And I hope that everyone enjoyed the game. Just sorry that I couldn't solve the puzzle with the priest by myself. I'm just not smart enough for that. It was just a hard puzzle. I couldn't do it. But no, that was a really fun game. That was a really fun game. I really like that thing. The decision at the end, like, you want to continue with things how they are, but the only robots that will stay are only the higher intelligent ones. No, do you want to change things that only the higher intelligent ones will remain in the future? Do you want to sabotage the revolution and the robots can continue existing as they are, even though management are a bunch of pricks and human society is slowly decaying because the robots are taking over the jobs, even though they could just not do that. I made my decision, and I hope that nobody's angry at me for making my own decision. But I hope that everyone enjoyed, and yeah, thank you so much for. I hope you all enjoyed watching this.